The other thing is, Gator, you were talking before the season about how the margin between the good defenses and the bad defenses in the NFL really isn't that much. It feels like the Lions are much more adept defensively this year, but they've gone from allowing 23.2 points a game last year, which was near the bottom of the NFL, to allowing 20.5 points this year, which is near the top of the end. They've gone from like bottom 10 to top 10.
Just a field goal difference.
Yep. And if you are looking for something that could be good for the matchup, a bottom 10 defense this year, in terms of points per games allowed, is the Dallas Cowboys at 24.2 points per game allowed. For context, that's a full point worse than the Lions were last year. And you go, oh, yeah, no, it's not all that much, Doug. No, it's not, but that's what we just said, how close it is from the top defenses to the bottom defenses. When it's all shakes out, it's not that much. So this Lions offense should be able to do some things this coming Sunday against Dallas. Should be able to do some things.
Well, they should be. Look, it's an indoor stadium, so we know that Jared Goff plays much better indoors than he does outdoors. At this point, it's familiar territory. They played there. They know what it's like. Nothing's going to surprise them about this. But health is the key. We talked about it. They didn't have Frank Ragnow, didn't have Brian Branch to play without a bunch of other players. Are they going to be able to come back and play this week? I don't know about Ragnow. Partially torn pec. Does that keep you out for a long time?
It sounds like it.
Is it something that he's like, I'm going to play through. I don't care. I can still be effective. I'm not as effective as I normally would be.
He made the comment that he might not even miss a game. And I'm like, are you insane?
That's Frank Ragnow.
Spielman did it back in the day. He played middle linebacker with a torn pec the entire year. It's weird because it's one of those injuries I'm reading about. The doctors say that you don't necessarily need surgery. TJ Watt had a torn pec last year. He just sat out like 6 to 8 games, let it heal on its own for as best it could, and then played without surgery. Ragnow, according to his coach, tough SOB, and we already all know this. Yeah, he might just sit out that one game, have the bye week, and just tough through it the rest of the year. I mean, but that can't be that can't be something they want to do.
No,
but
Frank Ragnow plays for everything. He took last week off. That must have been quite painful for Frank Ragnow to take the week off. I don't know the Lions are going to have to trust the doctors and the staff and to determine what's best for Frank Ragnow. Is he going to be hurting himself more potentially if he plays? Mm-hmm. Is it best that he gets another few weeks of rest? I don't know, but I feel comforted thinking, at least in my mind, that even if he can't, well, the Lions' offense with Jared Goff last week was near perfect. Jared Goff literally was perfect, 18 for 18. So they can still get it done if Frank's not playing because of what they have depth-wise and being able to slide Glasgow from guard to center and then let Awasika play the other guard position or whatever they decide to do. Fortunately, they have a running game, which helps offset any kind of issues you have. And, offensive linemen, they like to run block. They like to move forward. They like to attack more so than taking a step back and trying to prevent the pass rush and be, oh, crap, do I have this guy or what am I doing here? It's more straightforward with the running game.
Well, as always, this is an important game because Dallas was expected to be, many people thought they would be, a contender in the NFC. So when you play these kinds of games, it's important to get the tiebreaker over that team. And that would set up Detroit nicely in that regard. And at this point, the team in the NFC that they don't hold the tiebreaker against, Tampa, is the one that's a bit of a bummer. But we were talking about how Dallas and going to Dallas is a house of horrors for Detroit. I mean, Dallas has lost, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 straight home games. Right? They lost their games at home to who beat them? The Saints did.
They lost to the Saints and the Ravens.
Yep. And they lost last year at home in the playoffs.
To Green Bay.
Right? So somehow, some way, that team, the place that I'm afraid of going, they've lost 3 straight home games.
Well, they gave them 44 points to the Saints.
Yeah.
They gave up 28 to the Ravens, and they gave up a mess load last year to Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay just jumped all over them right away. Boy, that was fun.
Yeah.